Hello, friends. Welcome to humanology 2388. Could discuss some kind of horror movie. B movie. Whatever. Yeah. I'm not that scary person. I'm a very nice person, okay? But whatever. Let's do stretching. Yeah. Well, earlier at work, I did a lot of stretching, so I don't need too much now. Uh, just the basics. Ah, okay. Wait, now, martial arts. Let's do hip kick or hip punch, like a shrimp style, okay? Hua, hua, okay. Or chest punch, sure. Hua, hua. Okay. 5 minutes break, thank you. Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, let's get back to mathematics. Let's look at our alpha and omega formula. Oh, sure, yeah. The one from last time. Okay. Yeah. We grab some drinks. Ah. Oh. Okay. Uh-huh. Whew. Okay. Whew. So many drinks to choose from. Okay, so oh, my hair. How do you do it? Yeah. Ah. Ah. Happy Wednesday. Now, let's look at alpha and omega formula together. Uh, sorry about that. Whatever. So, sorry about that. Yeah. Happy Wednesday. Cheers. Okay. Okay. So we are dealing with a situation in within one equation. We have two raw bases, alpha and omega. Okay. That is something new. Okay. In mathematics history. Okay. So we need to learn more about this. But before that, we have like inverse. Okay, but whatever. We need to learn more about this in this raw algebra. It's quite new to me as well. Okay, so how do we add, subtract, multiply, divide two different row-based numbers? Okay, it's like I guess it's a very important branch of raw algebra. Okay, so basically kind of like heterogeneous row equation where there are different bases in one equation. Okay, here two, but there could be three. Whatever. Okay, so it's a new concept. Okay, so in order to prove this, yeah, we need to learn more about this heterogeneous row equation where there are two bases. Here, just okay. When there's no row base, that means the base is infinity. Okay, yeah, yeah. 'Cause one number when divided by infinity, very big number. Okay, that number is itself. Okay, so okay, the remainder is itself because we are dealing with dividing by a very big number, okay? So infinity, okay? Yeah, sure. Ah, then we need a new hypo to erase, or there's some room over there. Let's use it. Yeah, I don't like erasing. Yeah. 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 There's an empty room here. That was easy. Just grabbing it. Cheers. Some Disiniero. How about that? Okay, so some basics. Let's say x row uh, A plus y row A is equal to x plus y row A. Yes, yes. I just row distribution, right? Yeah. Just easy case. Now, but how about x row A plus uh x row B? Can we somewhat simplify this? Well, let's do the algebra. That means what is x row A? X row A is the kind of number when divided by A, the remainder is x. Okay, so this is like let's say k times A plus x. Here, x is less than A. Y is okay. So this row notation, row subscript notation, this argument is always less than the base. Okay, this argument and base. Okay, so okay, so okay, okay, plus k okay kl lb plus x, which is 2x plus ka plus lb. Okay, so x is both smaller than a and b, but 2x may be bigger than a and b, a or b. Okay, okay. Oh, actually, my bad. Okay, in this row subscript notation, argument has to be must be smaller than the base. Okay, uh, so this is not that. This is x plus y row A and then subscript A. Okay, good. Hmm. Nice. Cheers. And x and y, the positive. Yeah, they could be zero. They could be zero, but strictly less than A. Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. It's brand new algebra. Okay. Yeah. So. Okay. Interesting. Cheers. Now, because we are beginning, we are this new in mathematics history, okay? So we just discovered this, okay? But we are beginner at this. Yeah, let's make concrete number examples. At the 5 minutes break, okay? Yeah, thank you. All right. Yeah. 5 minutes break, thank you. Okay, I got an empty trash. Okay. Uh, Full coverage, thank you. Yeah, good. Okay, so we are learning about this new branch of row algebra, heterogeneous row equation. Uh, One by one, step by step. Yeah, this is fun. I'm glad we are doing this. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Cheers. It's a brand new discovery. Okay. Yeah. In mathematics history, in human history, humanity. Okay. Yeah. How exciting. Okay. So let's make some concrete examples. One row five plus one row 103 plus one row five. Can we say anything about this kind of number? Okay. We can come up with some lemma theorem. Okay. Yeah. So one row three, it's any number. It represents this notation one row three, row subscript notation, which is brand new here. Brand new mathematics history. Okay. Yeah. So this notational invention lead to mathematical discovery because so notational convention is linguistical, but it's more than that. It's something extremely important. Okay, it's just not. It's more than just matter of convenience. Okay, it leads to mathematical discovery like this. Okay, cheers. Hmm? This good to be good at math, linguistics. Okay, yeah. My biscuit bar is over there. You know, after all, I like this whiskey. Okay, it's nice. Go down very smoothly. Too sweet to my taste, but look, I bought it, so I may as well finish it. Okay, so I do not like waste. Cheers. Hmm? Let's continue. 103 is any number. It represents this notation represents any number when divided by three, remainder is one. Okay, so uh, 3k plus one. K, any integer. One row five. Again, an integer when divided by five, remainder is one. Okay, 5L plus one. So this is which is 5L is 3L plus 2L. Okay? Okay. Mm-hmm. And okay. So this is interesting. So 5 is larger than 3. And I like where we're going. Yeah, cheers. Brand new discovery, good progress. Okay. Uh, when it comes to row 3, yeah, this is multiple of 3, so you know that. Uh, how about this? Let's focus on this one, okay? Plus 2L. Okay, so the mm-hmm. Where's 2 came from? Yeah, 5 minus 3. And this 2 came from 1 plus 1. Okay. So when this number is divided by 3, when this number is divided by 3, uh-huh. So L here is 1 row 5 quotient 5. Okay, so when this number 105 when it's divided by 5, what's the quotient? Okay, that's what L is. Okay, so okay, we're going somewhere. Okay, yeah. Slowly. Hmm. So I'm wondering when 1 row 3 is added to 1 row 5, if we divide this number, the summation with two terms, okay, when we divide this number by 3, what will be the remainder? Okay, so that's what I'm interested in. Okay, so yeah. Uh, it's not easy. Can you, we come up with some kind of equation, or rule? Okay. Well, okay, so bear with me for a minute. Row operator is very good. Okay, but it's very distributive against addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Okay, so that's why it's so powerful. Okay. So that's like two. Uh, this becomes 0. 5 row 3 become 2, and then L L can be any number. Okay, so uh okay. Okay. So yeah, it's not a simple equation. Okay, but yeah. So yeah, maybe it's not that useful because it's not easy. All right. Uh, let's take 5 minutes break. Okay, and then we'll make just one more example. Because 3 and 5 subtraction is 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. It's a coincidence. But if instead of 5, if you use 7, then it'll be different. Okay, so yeah, we just need to make some more examples. Okay, so to see some pattern. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah, 5 minutes break. Thank you. Okay. Ah, okay. Okay. Yeah, during each break, I do that trash can remove emptying like step by step fashion. Yeah, first break, I take out the trash bags, big trash bags, and second break, I replace it. You know, I have two trash cans in my kitchen, like 30 gallon each. Okay, so and then third break, I take it out. So bigger trash can. Okay, okay, okay. Cheers. We do one more example, and then then we did for the today's mathematics. Okay, yeah. 103 plus 107. 3K plus 1, 7L plus 1. Choose, choose 3, K plus 2L plus L uh, plus 2. Okay, yeah. So 1 times L, that 1 comes from 7 rows 3. Okay, yeah. Okay, so 1 plus 1 row 3 plus 1 row 7 row 3 becomes uh, L plus 2 row 3. I forgot the 2 here. Okay, so previous one. Okay, okay. And this is what is 1? Okay, 7 row 3 times. What is L? L is okay. Whatever. L is 1 row 7 quotient 7. What is 2? 1 plus 1. Okay, and row 3. So I'm not sure if this formula is any useful. Okay, because it's too complicated. Okay, so but we got something. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. And we can come up with a hypothesis to generalize this. Okay, let's just write down at least conjecture. Okay, uh, x row A plus y row B Okay, B is bigger than A, okay? We're only dealing with positive numbers. Okay. Good water there. So when we do apply a row A, okay, yeah, row A. Uh, it may as well be. So we put question mark there. Okay. B row A multiply by Y row B. Well, I we cannot quite say that because B row A and Y row B, if they're not the same thing, okay? How about Y subscript B or Y sub B? Better, because that's different concept, okay? B row A times Y sub B. Okay? Yeah. Subscript. Okay. Then quotient B plus uh, X plus Y row A. All right, we came up with your hypothesis. Okay? Okay. Okay. Again, this may not be useful. Okay, it's just too complicated. It's too bulky, too voluminous. It's just too big. Okay, it's just too lengthy, and I'm not sure if this is useful or not because our goal is to prove this recursive formula. Okay, potentially, yeah, like multiplicative inverse recursion theorem, inverse recursion theorem. If we prove it, okay. But will this be useful to prove this? Maybe, but it's just complicated, okay? So I'm not sure if this is going to be any useful. And at this stage, it's also conjecture. We didn't even prove this. Yeah, so come mountain after mountain, right? Yeah, no problem. I like hiking. Mm. Oh, this leaf there. Mm. Habush cranberry, spring leaf. Nice. Hmm. Very nice. Okay. Tomorrow, we can test this out, okay? By plugging some numbers. Like the current number, we just plug it in, okay? Divide, remainder is one, then divide by three. It's like 4, 7, 10, 13, okay? And this number, yeah, when divided by 7, remainder is 1, 1, 8, 15, 22, blah, 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 okay? Yeah, if we can just plug in the number here to see if this equation works. Okay? Yeah. But there tomorrow, okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm kind of excited about it, okay? Yeah. We'll see if it works or not. We have new conjecture. Let's test it out tomorrow. I'm kind of excited actually. Brand new conjecture. Yeah, we work on some examples to see if it works. I'm excited about it. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm? Okay. So it did not take long for us to fill in the blank spot in this whiteboard, huh? It went pretty quickly, swimmingly. Yeah. Welcome to human school, okay? Hmm. Nice. Yeah. Good progress there. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So it's for quite educational too. This is how science made. Okay. So it's like trial and error, exploration, like anything else. Okay. Yeah. 5 minutes break. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Good. And we had fun too. Educational and entertaining. Nice. Welcome to human school. Okay. Yeah. We're entertainment, education, hand in hand, go along together. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Quite unique show and school. Yeah. 5 minutes. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we did mathematics, so let's put this behind us and continue tomorrow. And let's get back to another branch of science, biology. Today we're going to disprove Mr. Charles Darwin, his evolutionism. We're going to disprove his theory, okay? Because I realize it makes no sense, okay? I mean, it's illogical, irrational, okay? So maybe a little bit inspired by Bible, okay? So I mean, look, like Noah's Ark story, does not make sense. Too much incest, okay? I mean, in Bible, Noah's Ark, Book of Genesis, okay. So Noah's family, after flood went down, went to land, and then who's out there? How can human being as a species multiply, reproduce, incest, right? It makes no sense. Okay, how about evolutionism in biology, Darwinism? It does not make any sense there either. Okay, so as it stands today, okay, Darwinism is as nonsensical as creationism, right? Yeah, makes no sense. Let me give you some examples, okay? Because I thought about it. When I went to work, driving my car, the highway, okay, I thought about it, okay? So let's say, so hypothetically, for the sake of argument, okay, let's say monkeys, chimpanzees, evolved from orangutan. Okay, I'm not saying chimpanzees necessarily smarter than orangutan. Maybe it's the other way. I don't know, but let's keep it simple, okay? For the sake of argument, okay? So orangutan populations here and there. Of course, orangutans, they're not in Africa. Chimpanzees are. But again, for the sake of argument, hypothetical, okay? It could be gorilla and chimpanzee. You know what? Oh, sure. Because gorilla is in Africa, chimpanzees in Africa, okay? So let's say chimpanzees evolved from gorillas, okay, in Africa. In the African continent, there are many subgroups, I mean, same species, gorilla, okay? But many communities of gorillas here and there, scattered, okay? And one day, there's multiple mutations happened. Maybe some sunspot, solar system, sun activity, sunspot, more ultraviolet, ultraviolet lights causing the mutation in gorilla's body. And then when this gorilla pair, their germline cells, both male and female gorilla pair, their germline cell got some mutation from this stronger ultraviolet light from the sunspot activity, okay? One day, and multiple viable mutations happened that day. So female gorilla eggs, male gorilla sperms, multiple mutations. Doesn't have to be just one day. It could happen over several days or multiple decades, years, centuries, whatever. Okay, but let's say some good kind of mutation, harmless mutations happened. Okay, not necessarily good or bad, but harmless mutations happen because is chimpanzee better than gorilla? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, who's smarter? I think chimpanzees are smarter than gorillas. Okay, but gorillas they are herbivores. Chimpanzees omnivores. Okay, chimpanzees do hunt other smaller monkeys. Okay, and that's smarter, more intelligent than herbivores. It's more difficult to hunt another animal. Okay, it takes a lot of brain to do that. Okay, so so this male female pair of gorilla give birth to a chimpanzee after all this ultraviolet sunlight sunspot at that time causing more ultraviolet light, so more mutation. Okay, I'm just giving an example. Okay, or maybe this gorilla pair went out there where there are a lot of uranium, plutonium, this kind of nuclear active, radioactive stones. They can cause mutation. Okay, yeah, with nuclear. Okay, radioactive elements. Yeah, so they have this weird baby. It does not look like them. It's chimpanzee. Okay. So some kind of mutations. Okay. Now, do you know where I'm going at? Do you know what I'm getting at? Where we are going with this? Uh, Feel free to take a guess. Feel free to finish that scenario. Okay, complete it if you want to. Now, time check. We have been logical. It's been more than 1 hour. Let's ventilate. Okay. Sure. I put some socks on. It's chilly on my toes, and I'm gonna start cooking my dinner. Yeah, 5 minutes. Thank you. Welcome back, welcome back. So I'm multitasking, so drying my laundry in the tumble dryer. So let's close the door. Background noise. So okay, this atheistic evolutionism is too much wishful thinking. Okay, it's illogical, irrational. It sounds more like religion than science to me. Okay, because because everything has to be perfect. Okay, I mean, of course, there's some mutations. There's good, bad, neutral. I get it statistically, but to create another species from gorilla to chimpanzee, okay, just have so many things have to go right, and it cannot be achieved in random fashion. Look, germline cell of female gorilla eggs and male gorillas, the sperms could be ultraviolet light or some random gene cell splitting, whatever. DNA prescription, the transcription, or some exposure to radium, whatever, radioactive atoms in the rocks. And then this sperm, mutated sperm of gorilla, male gorilla, and meets regular egg or mutated egg or female gorilla, and then lo and behold, there's chimpanzee baby, all out of gorilla parents. Too many wishful thinking there, okay? And then, okay, and this gorilla parents have another baby, and it just happened to be another chimpanzee baby. But these two cannot mate because they are siblings. Incest is not a biologically survivable method because incestuous reproduction mode is not viable biologically because it causes too many genetic illness. Okay? Scientifically, okay? Then it has to be another gorilla parents who had exact same kind of mutations, not one mutation. Yeah, look, within one species, like gorilla species, they have different genomes. The gorilla's hairs, their height, weight, body build. Yeah, so within gorilla species, there's some differences in the genes, individuality, diversity within gorilla species. Okay, but not too much. But between gorilla species and chimpanzee species, yeah, then it's more than just one gene that's different. Okay, multiple genes, multiple genes differences between two species. Okay, so gorilla parents A1 and A2. Okay, so they somehow got just the right mutation to have chimpanzee baby. Now, another neighborhood, gorilla parents B1 and B2, they have exact same kind of multiple mutations uh, to give birth to chimpanzee B, would mate chimpanzee A. I don't see that's possible by some random probability statistical mutation. That's not possible. And those multiple mutations in gorilla parents A1 and A2, gorilla parent, different neighborhood, gorilla parents B1 and B2, now chimpanzee A, chimpanzee B, uh, those mutations should happen around the same time so that they can mate. It cannot happen like 100 years before, 100 years later. Then they cannot mate to each other because gorillas, chimpanzees, their lifespan is not that long. So Darwinism is 90% wrong theory. Darwinism in biology, which is mainstream science today, year 2026, is 90% wrong. It makes absolutely no sense. It's absurd. It's not a science. It's more like a religion, wishful thinking, miracle. Okay? Evolutionary atheism or atheistic evolutionism, at least 90% wrong. But nobody questioned it. Well, actually, back in the days, they did. But they did not question Darwinism from scientific, mathematical, logical point of view. They attacked Darwinism from religious point of view. Creationism, Christianity, okay? But we are neither Christians here, we are humanologists here, okay? And we do not always subscribe to mainstream science like Darwinism. We question both. Okay, we just disproved Mr. Charles Darwin. Okay, so welcome to humanology, okay? Because we don't always go along with mainstream science. We criticize it. We are independent scientists here. Okay, cool. Then what makes sense? Divine, divine evolutionism, okay? It has to be directed mutation, directed evolution. By who? God. Who else? Okay. It cannot be just random probability. So that's not possible. That's nonsense. That's absurd, okay? Yeah. Okay. 5 minutes break for rest, okay? Yeah. Let me continue to prepare my dinner. Welcome to humanology. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so basically, look, I'm not I'm not a Christian, okay? I'm a humanologist. I'm a former ex-Christian, okay? But so I have no, it's not my job to defend Christianity. No, I'm not interested in that. Okay, I'm being objective as a scientist, okay? And but being neutral. So if I compare creationism and evolutionism, creationism would make more sense when it comes to evolution. Uh, Creationism seems to be more scientific than evolutionism. Evolutionism seems to be more religious than creationism. Modern day, I'm talking modern day creationism because a lot of Christians are scientists, okay, and they do defend creationism in Christianity, okay, in Bible, and their argument makes sense because I did hear some lectures, listen to some lectures, Christian scientists defending creationism, okay, when I was in high school, middle school in South Korea, okay, in the church when I was a Christian, okay, like intelligent God, intelligent creation because the organisms are highly complex and just to explain the evolution of complex organisms just as a matter of like random probability, that's nonsense. That's not scientific. That's not rational. That's not logical. Okay, I agree with them. Modern day creationists, Christian scientists, I agree with them. Okay, they're not mainstream in science. Darwinism, evolutionism is mainstream science. Okay, I disagree with them. Their theory, absurd, nonsense. Okay? And I say this as a humanologist. I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Christian. Okay, I'm being objective here. Okay, so like I'm being like judge in a court where creationists, evolutionists debate, right? As a judge in the court of science, I have to side with Christian. Yeah, sure, yeah, Christian creationists. Will they make more sense from objective point of view? Okay, yes, from scientific point of view. We're not talking about religion here, okay? But it's what it seems to me to explain evolution. It seems to me that it is necessary to assume some kind of divinity or divinities, some intervention to direct, guide the direction of mutation. So that there could be chimpanzee A born by gorilla A, gorilla B parents, and there's chimpanzee B, baby, born by gorilla B1, gorilla B2 parents, okay, around the same generation, and then so they can mate and give birth to next generation of chimpanzee. And it should happen in multiple different neighborhoods of different community of gorillas. So that and they should all have same kind of multiple mutations so that they can give birth to chimpanzee babies. That's the only way. Brand new species of chimpanzees can survive as a brand new species. It cannot be incestuous. That's not viable biologically. Okay. Okay. All right, that's all I have to say tonight. Okay, yeah, see you tomorrow. Okay, yeah, so thank you. Okay, yep.